Hi, I'm Glenn Bootman from Oppico, product specialist for the Heaver range of machinery from Denmark. Today we're going to have a look at the Heaver Stealth, which is our new low disturbance subsoiler. It's a medium depth subsoiler utilising low disturbance legs and points and aimed at conditioning the soil without moving and heaving large quantities of soil that has been seen in the past with conventional subsoilers. We're going to start at the front of the machine. So we've got a Cat 3 headstock moving back to the front cutting discs. They're 470mm diameter scallop disc, so large enough to cope with trash, and with the scallop cuts through trash and cover crops so that the disc continues rotating in arduous conditions. Fully adjustable in depth via the hydraulic ram that we see here. So depending on the height of the rear roller that controls the depth of the legs, the disc can be raised and lowered to suit. And also, as the disc wears, we can then hydraulically lower the disc. So no manual adjustment, all hydraulically controlled by the operator in the tractor cab. So we've looked at the front cutting disc, we're now moving back to the leg. So the disc has cut the slot, ready for the low disturbance stealth leg and point to run through. The disc cutting the slot will reduce in the burst that the leg can possibly create. We're a 15mm Hardox leg connected to a 120mm cast point with a tungsten tip. So we're creating enough lift and soil shattering without bursting soil on the surface. Depth control is via the rear roller hydraulically, we'll come to that in a little while. And the range of this machine is from 0 to 300mm. And that is all controlled hydraulically. Leg protection, two systems available. Here we see the shear pin, no spanners required here. If the shear pin breaks, pull out the R-clip, push the shear pin into the next section, replace the R-clip. The other system is for the auto reset, which is a hydraulic charge system. So on the move subsoiling, leg comes back, automatically resets itself again for stony and adverse conditions. Also, we look here, the leg brackets are bolted to the main frame. They're not welded. As standard, they come out of the factory at 500 centres. The option X factory is 450, 500 or 550. And being clamped to the frame, anything within that range. So that is the leg assembly, the Stealth low disturbance. We mentioned depth control earlier, and on this particular machine it is all controlled via the rear roller. The rear roller depth is controlled by the central ram here connected to the rear of the headstock down to the roller frame. Hydraulically adjusted from the tractor seat, so the operator doesn't have to dismount the tractor, moving pins, it's all done from the comfort of the cab. He can visually see the depth via the gauge here. As the roller raises and lowers, a simple pointer on the gauge here tells him his depth. Just going to finish off looking at the rear roller for the depth control and reconsolidation. It is Heaver's own brand V-profile roller with a castellated outer ring which aids the rotation of the roller in adverse conditions, along with additional clod braking features. It also runs with a unique scraper. It runs completely under the centre of the roller, so keeping it clean in those adverse conditions. On the mounted machines, it's 600mm diameter, 150mm spacing between each roller section. So we just look at the legs again. As we can see, Stealth leg, low disturbance, not in a single straight line, There is a stagger between the front row and the back row, a 350mm, so allows trash movement and soil throw evenly through the machine.